Well, if you're on a London street, you're likely to be staring into a camera. That is because there are more than 4 million cameras in that country. That's one for every 14 people. A new report by a watchdog group is critical of this type of surveillance. And with me to talk about this is NBC's Ned Colt from London. Ned, what is this group saying?
Well, Amy, the warning we're likely to hear here in the coming days is that Britain risks committing slow social suicide, and that comes from this watchdog organization, which is meeting with parliamentary leaders this week. All of this about government intrusion into so many aspects of life here. The UK's leading piracy watchdog is going to make public a report on the encroachment into privacy, on privacy, I should say. Some of the examples, you mentioned those 4 million CCTV cameras watching every move here. There are 20% of all the CCTV cameras in the world are right here in the UK. There's also, though, computer tracking of shopping habits and proposals for national identification cards. There's a national DNA database set up by police. That's already got 3.5 million profiles in it. That's about 5% of the population here. Now, the fear is that the UK is becoming a big brother society, an Orwellian society where residents are under watch whenever they leave their home, and as well as at home if they happen to surf the web, Amy.
And Ned, what role do these surveillance cameras play? I know you mentioned that there are some concerns about what they'd be tracking, but weren't they pretty pivotal in terms of trying to nail down who was responsible for those 2005 bombings?
Well, exactly right. In those 7/7 bombings, as a matter of fact, they weren't able to stop those bombings, but in the aftermath, they were literally able to track almost every step that these individuals made. And the idea being that they can stop terrorist attacks, that they can stop criminal activity, as well as just vandalism, which is a huge problem here. So they're seen as having a deterrent effect as well in stopping this. But there are questions of where it's all going to end and whether those results are going to be worth the erosion of civil liberties. And that's what we'll be hearing about in the next couple of days.
All right,
Amy?
Ned.